Hello, here are 5 phrasal verbs when talking about money and finance. Finance is money management, how businesses, companies, governments deal with money, how they use money. So it's about giving and taking money. Before we start, please download the PDF in the description. Okay, the first phrasal verb is splash out on, splash out on, splash out on. And it means to spend a lot of money on something expensive or sometimes unnecessary. You don't need it. For example, here are some natural phrases in English. This is called a collocation, a natural phrase that goes very well together. We splash out on a holiday or splash out on a trip. Maybe in America, splash out on a vacation. Splash out on designer clothes. Splash out on a car. Splash out on a meal. So you spend a lot of money on a meal, for example. Some example sentences. They splashed out on a luxury trip to Dubai. I have never been to Dubai. Oh, that's not true. I've been to the airport only. She splashed out on an expensive handbag. What's something you recently splashed out on? Write it down in the comments for practice and I'll reply. So what have I splashed out on? I splashed out on an expensive guitar, an acoustic guitar, last year. The next phrasal verb is to rake in, right? Rake in. And it means to make a large amount of money, often with little effort, not much effort. So if you imagine a rake, here's a picture of a rake. Usually you rake leaves, but imagine the leaves is money, right? Lots of money. So you're raking it in, right? You're easily taking the money in, okay? Rake it in. So here are some collocations, right? Natural phrases. You rake in huge profits, rake in money, rake in millions, rake in success. So here it's not money, but it's success. A phrase we use a lot is, I bet she's raking it in, or I bet he's raking it in. For example, someone has millions of YouTube subscribers. Oh, I bet they're raking it in. It means I bet they are making a lot of money. Some examples. The company is raking in huge profits from its app. Or the influencer rakes in money from brand deals. So they make a lot of money quite easily from brand deals. Question, what type of businesses rake in a lot of money? Let me know in the comments. Next one is rip off. Rip off. So it means to make someone pay too much or scam them. Scam is like when you trick someone. Maybe you sell a watch that is a fake luxury watch. It's a fake luxury watch, like a fake Rolex. You scam them. So we've got, you can rip off a customer or you can get ripped off. So if something happens to you, just like I got a haircut today, right? You get a haircut. You get your car washed. Okay, you are not doing it, but it's happening to you. So you get ripped off. Next is rip off tourists. And here, to be a complete rip-off. So it's a rip-off. So it can also be used as a noun. It's a rip-off. Some examples. The shop ripped off customers with fake products. You see, they ripped them off. They kind of scammed them. This designer bag is fake. Oh, I got ripped off. Have you ever been ripped off? What happened? I don't think I have been ripped off because I am extremely cautious. I'm very careful when buying new things. But maybe I have been ripped off. Maybe I do have fake stuff. Next one is run up. Now, run up here is usually to run up a bill, run up a debt. So it means to spend so much money that you create debt, right? Debt is when you owe someone money. You must give them money. For example, here are some collocations. Run up a huge bill, right? We hear this a lot. Oh, I ran up a huge bill. Run up credit card debt. Run up expenses, right? Something you've been spending money on. Run up an overdraft. An overdraft is when you have a debit card, right? Not a credit card, a debit card. And sometimes the bank allows you to spend more money on the card that you don't have. And then you must give it them back. So it's a bit different to a credit card. So this is an overdraft. You don't want to run up an overdraft because it has high interest, meaning you must give a lot more money back than you borrowed. Examples, she ran up a huge bill at the hotel. Or he ran up thousands in credit card debt. Okay, run up. Good word. What can happen if you run up too much debt? What do you think can happen? Well, you can maybe lose some of your assets, right? An asset is something that of value that you have, that you own. Like if you own your whole house, that's your asset. Also, you can be blacklisted, right? If you have too much credit card debt, you can be blacklisted. That means you can't have any more credit cards, right? And you have a very low credit score. Next is bail out. So to help someone or a business or even a bank by giving them money. Okay, let's look at the collocations. So bail out a bank, bail out a friend, bail out a country, or here, a bailout package. So this is a compound noun. It's a noun, but this works like an adjective. But for now, it's like a noun. A bailout package. Okay, a bailout package. Examples, the government bailed out the failing bank. The government bailed out the failing bank. So I think this happened in 2008. There was a financial crisis, right? And the government bailed out the banks. They helped the banks. They gave them money. Next, her parents had to bail her out when she couldn't pay her rent. So they had to pay for her. They had to help her out. Question, do you think governments should bail out failing companies? Why or why not? It's a great question. Please answer it in the comments. What do you think? Should governments bail out failing companies or even banks? What do you think? Next is pay off. So you finish paying a debt, money you owe, money you must give back, completely. So you finish paying a debt completely. Okay, here are the collocations with pay off. So pay off a loan. A loan is when you borrow money from a person or a bank. Pay off a mortgage. Listen carefully. Mortgage. Mortgage. A mortgage is a type of loan for when you want to buy a house. So you borrow money from the bank to buy a house, right? Mortgage. It's a really interesting word, and more really does mean death or dead. It means dead promise or dead contract. I won't bore you too much. Let's continue. Next, pay off credit card debt. Right, and pay off an overdraft. You remember an overdraft with a debit card where you can use a little bit more money that you don't have and you must pay it off. You must pay it off. Examples. It took me 5 years to pay off my student loans, but now I'm debt-free. Wow, lucky person. I, unfortunately, have not paid off my student loans, but one day I will. Next, they saved money to pay off a mortgage early. They are also very lucky people to pay off a mortgage early. Question. What's something you would like to pay off completely? I would definitely love to pay off my student loan completely. Okay, thank you so much. Those are your 5 phrasal verbs about money and finance. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.